If you're anything like me, you value your table saw. It is the centerpiece of any good shop, woodworking, fabrication shop, what have you. It is vital for any kind of wood processing. And you want to keep the tabletop of it, which is usually cast iron, you want to keep it as clean and as smooth as possible. However, life will get away from you, and sometimes you'll get rust on it, like this one. I had to basically store this thing for 7 years, and I wasn't able to really preserve or to treat the top the way I should have. And it's come out of storage with a little bit of rust on it. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to deal with this rust, to take it off, and then to show you how to preserve the tabletop to keep moisture off of it. And you'll need one of these. So you're probably thinking to yourself, my gosh, he wants to sand his table saw top. No, I'm not going to sand my table saw top. I'm not going to use one of these, and this is what you usually use with your random orbit sander. However, I am going to use these 3M final stripping pads. These are the green ones. They come in different colors. This is kind of a medium grit. It's not really a coarse grit, and it's not really a fine grit. It's kind of like the ones you see at the grocery store for dishwashing, about the same thing. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your random orbit sander, or if you have a quarter sheet sander, you can use that too. You're going to take one of these green pads and you're going to cut it to size. In this case, size for me is a square, and that's good enough. So you're going to take this and you're going to push it with this so you don't wear yourself out. So let's see how it goes. So here we are, about to take the rust off of the table. And a lot of people out there tell you to use WD-40. I don't like it. It creates a very sloppy, slurry, rusty mess, and it's not fun to deal with. And I don't really think you need it. So all you need is your greenie and the sander, and you're good to go. So before you get started, just take out your saw plate. And then you get your greenie or your abrasive pad, and what you'll do is just place the sander on top of it and then start it. If you have a little bit of trouble, like mine's hook and loop, so it hooks pretty good. I won't have trouble with this. However, if you have a pressure sensitive adhesive sander, then you might want to put like double stick tape or something like that to help it stick. But I have hook and loop. So you just start it and then listen to a podcast or something. Now that we're done with the table saw surface, there's a couple of things I want to let you know. First, if you got a lot of rust on your table saw surface, it's okay to step up in coarseness of your abrasive pad. This is like a medium or so grit. You can step it up in coarseness 1 or 2 steps until you get the right amount of abrasiveness to take off the rust that you have. Then, if you don't like the swirl marks you see, you can always take it back down in fineness, and it'll take out those swirl marks. Now, all of these abrasive pads will leave some sort of swirl marks, and also it will leave some sort of staining on your table saw surface. Most table saw surfaces are cast iron, which is really porous, and you'll get some sort of staining, but that's okay. These are tools and they're meant to be used, not shown. I know a lot of shops out there, they want to stay pretty, but these are tools and they want to use them accordingly. Second, take your abrasive pad and clean out your miter saw slots. Get all the rust out of that. So after you've gotten rid of all your rust, you'll want to degrease with some denatured alcohol and a rag. And alcohol is a great degreaser, so it'll clean up all the table surfaces. And I'm going to use it to clean up the painted surfaces because we've got a lot of buildup of years and years of crud. So denatured alcohol is a great cleaner and dries real quick, and you don't have to worry about it rusting surfaces. And this will get it ready for our final protective coat in a minute. So now that we've got the tabletop clean, we're ready to put on a protectant to keep it from rusting. We're wide open cast iron right now and it needs a protectant on it. Now there's a lot of different products out there ranging from inexpensive to expensive and very expensive. Now I don't know about you, but I don't like spending a lot of money on a product that would just one use, and that's what a lot of these products would be. There is something that I've used in my past and I still use today, and that's just paste finish wax. There's a lot of different makers of this wax, and it's very easy to get a hold of and very inexpensive, and provides a good protective finish for your cast iron and all of your equipment, like planers, joiner surfaces, stuff like that. And it has a lot of other uses also. In fact, it has a use in one of my favorite finishes that I may get into in a future video. It also can be used to keep glue from sticking to wood if you're using like glue up jigs and stuff like that. So it's multi-purpose, and what you really want to use in your shop for your surfaces, you don't need to spend a lot of money on it. Just apply a coat of paste finish wax and you'll be good. Now how you apply the paste finish wax is you'll apply it with just a regular cloth and you'll put it on in just an even coat. And you'll see kind of swirls in it, but that's because it hasn't dried. You'll want to put an even coat on and then let it dry, and then you'll buff it out with the cloth, and that'll get rid of all the swirl marks and the excess wax. And what you'll be left with is a really smooth surface on your table saw. So that's how you do it. That's how you clean the rust off of a table saw top, a joiner, or a planer, or any kind of equipment that you have with a cast iron top. It's really easy to do. It just takes time and a lot of patience, and you don't want to go too coarse on the grit or you'll leave scratches. But in the end, you'll be rewarded with a very smooth work surface that'll require minimal upkeep from then on out. Just keep waxing it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like or subscribe, and we'll see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.